In this video, I'm going to show you how you can use a Google font in your Shopify project easily. So it doesn't just have to be a Shopify owned font. You can use this for any Google font or web-hosted font out there. So the first thing we want to do is actually pick a Google font. In this case, I just went with the Neue font. It's going to work with any other Google font as well, or again, any other web-hosted font. What we want to do next is we want to click on the Get Embed code. This is going to open up two snippets. We're going to use both of them, but we need to paste them into different places. So first, copy code for the first one. We'll go back to Shopify. And here I already created a duplicate of the theme and I named it font. I recommend you do the same. This is just the best practice whenever we add a code so we don't break anything. And even if we break things, we can just delete it, duplicate it again, and start over. So in here, we click the three dots, click Edit Code. And I'm just going to close this so you can follow along. And if you're not a technical person and you see a lot of files, just breathe, ignore all of them, just follow along and it's going to work for you. So here I'm going to type theme.liquid. Then only one file should show up, the theme.liquid file. You click it. And then here, and I'm moving my face, here we now want to search for /head. And then it's going to bring, it should only find one hit, and that's the end of the /head. And we want to go one step above, doesn't matter what it says up here, and we want to paste the code in here. The only thing that's important is that the code is above the head section. Just for stylistic reasons, I'm going to indent it. You can do this with tab, select it and tab. I'm saving this, and now we technically told the theme, hey, this is the font that we want to use. Please download it, but it's not actually applied yet. So our heading, and this is where we want to apply it. This is how it looks right now. If I refresh, it should look the exact same because we haven't used the font yet. Now let's actually talk about using the font. And this is also very easy to do. We just want to go back to the Google section. And here it says the new CSS class, just copy this code. And now we're going to change file. I'm going to type base.css. If you are using a custom theme, this might change for you. It could be a global.css or custom.css. But if you're using a Shopify owned theme, it's always called base.css. And then in here, I'm going to go to the very end of the file. You can do this by command and then down arrow, or just scroll down, add some space, and then paste the code that we just copied. Now this by itself is not doing anything because this is a class selector. If you don't understand the code, it doesn't matter. You don't have to know this. All I want you to type is do @ and then font-face. And I'm actually adding this code to the YouTube video again. So you can just copy paste it and then you can save it. And this is now telling the theme that, hey, in the first step, we downloaded the font. And now this at font face is telling the theme, I have a new font and I'm going to call it Neue, however you pronounce it, doesn't matter. Now the next step is to actually say, where should we use this? So I want to use, for this example, this font only for our headings. Headings are called the H tags. So I'm going to say heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, and heading 4. Again, this is just, I'm going to add this to copy paste. And all these headings should now use a different font family than the standard one. So I'm going to do the exact same as above. I'm actually going to copy and paste this. And we want to add exclamation point, important. The important just tells the theme that this is something that always has to be prioritized. Even though the Shopify theme has a font selected, we want to use ours instead now, the custom one. Once you did that, we just hit save. And now I'm going to open up the preview. And here, this headline is now what should update. I'm expecting now this to be all caps because my custom font is all caps. And everything else should stay the same. Amazing. So this is what we did. You can see the headline here, our product title updated as well, because those are heading as well. But now we're using a custom font. And if you ever decide to use a different one, then just follow the steps, import a different one, and then just change the name here and change the name here. And you can use any font you want to. If you want to learn more about Shopify or just want help from me personally or any of our team, then join our community. This is what we have. We have a full community where we answer your questions, host live calls, and most importantly, we have a classroom full of video, a full Shopify course, an ads course, a dropshipping course, product images course, email automations course. So all the courses you can ever wish, and I'm working on constantly on new courses. If you're interested, go to effortless-e.com and join our community. Otherwise, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.